Hey, hello everyone. My name is Karina. I'm from Ukraine and I'm a Hindi and English teacher at Tutor. I have been working as a Hindi and English teacher for more than 10 years now, both with kids and adults, both online and offline, and one-to-one lessons and group lessons. During my lessons, I use creative approach based on neuroscience, which is very unusual. And to know more about it, you can check out my website, which is attached to my CV. Or if you have more questions about it, you may contact me and I will readily share answers for those questions with you. But let me tell you more about it. This method is unusual because I use different perceptions, different channels, because I strongly believe that we learn the information not only visually or through hearing, but also through touch, taste, smell. So creating more associations when we, for example, learn the new vocabulary helps students to remember the words better. Also, in learning new vocabulary, we repeat and recall the words all the time. So, in the beginning of my lessons, I usually repeat and recall the vocabulary. And from previous lessons, from even lessons earlier, this helps to implement what we have learned before. For example, there are tasks to make sentences with these new words or the new grammar, so student learns how to use it. Also, I personalize my lessons, so I use the information about my students in order to create different tasks for them. So, for example, we don't read about Peter from Great Britain because we don't know who the Peter is. Yes, but we learn and we read about the student. So I create different texts about the student, different dialogues, and in these dialogues we learn and read the vocabulary and the grammar that we are learning. So we work with what we have learned before. We don't just move forward, but we work with the information that we have learned before. And this also helps to learn it effectively. I record different audios so the student listens to the words that we have learned before. We work with Quizlet cards, for example. And also, of course, I role play and I come in different appearances to the lessons. So we are put into the exact situation where the student will be. Sometimes I come, for example, as an Indian girl, or as a man, or as a waiter if we are at the restaurant, for example, or if we learn about food. Yeah, I also come like connected to the topic of the lesson. I also come in different roles to the lesson, so my student gets used to the fact that the teacher is not always the teacher. So the teacher will not always help and tell the student the word, but the teacher will be a different person. So by means of that, student understands what real life means, because in real life students will meet different people and will speak with them in English. It will not be the same person, and this helps actually to prepare the student better. Also, I use lexical approach. We learn vocabulary, and through vocabulary we learn grammar. But we are not focused only on vocabulary, but we also learn grammar, speaking comprehension, writing. We also speak, of course, because this is my main goal, to break the students' language barrier. And I believe that without any of these factors or structures, to learn language is impossible, because everything is important. Also, as a person, I'm very open, very patient person, and I believe that patience is really important during language classes, and this showed my experience as well. Also, I love reading, I love traveling. I have lived a little bit in Turkey and learned some Turkish. Right now I'm living in Poland because the war in my home country, and I'm learning Polish now because I want to have friends in Poland and I want people to understand me. So if you like me as a person, as a tutor, I will be really happy to co-work and cooperate with you, and I'm looking forward to our lessons with my future students soon. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, we'll be happy to hear from you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.